You already know what it is. It's your boy Ghost Natural back with another video. You feel me? And today we're going to talk about Apex settings in ALCs. My guys, my brothers and sisters in Christ. This one is going to be weird. Now, bear in mind, I am human. I am human, like all of you. No, I do not hit every shot. No, it's impossible. There's no person on the planet that hits every shot. I'm talking about real life, of course. You know, people who shoot guns and shit, they don't hit every shot. It's literally impossible. I don't want to clip everything and all, but I want to clip enough. You know what I'm saying? So, we are talking about AOC, my brothers and sisters in Christ. So, I play on a fairly high sensitivity, but I have my reasons for it. I do have my reasons for it. Because I have studied this game a lot, to be honest, I've also learned a lot. Not from like the creators of the game or anything, just, through my own extensive research about the game. So, the reason I say that is, I play on a very high sensitivity because I can feel the tug of aim assist. And as a controller player, I do not like it. I don't like it. It does help, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it. So, I will show you, and I will break it down, what we are getting into. Now, I'm going to actually show you what I used to play on before I had learned about ALCs. This was my old settings. I had my look sensitivity on 8 and my look sensitivity ADS on 6, right? So we had max this is max. It doesn't feel fast, it really doesn't, not at all. But it's literally the fastest you can go with default settings. I don't know if ALCs are a little faster because I also have look sensitivity there maxed out, right? I don't know if it really is faster. We'll find out right now. It kind of feels faster. But even if it is faster, it's like barely faster. Like barely. So I will even show you how aim assist works. I'll even show you that right now. Because I'm telling you, I've studied this game, right? Now, you see how I'm close to this target? Oh my god. Aim assist with... Whoa. Does it not work when you're not aiming with default settings? That's crazy. That's insane. But anyway, look. You see this? You see me moving left to right? And do you see how my look sensitivity, it kind of stays on target? I'm not moving my right analog stick at all. Just the left one. I'm only moving left to right. You see that? See that? I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. I don't. You ever had somebody run by you while you're shooting at someone and, oh my god, your aim jerks? You ever ran by somebody and slid and your aim jerks? Yeah. That's what aim assist does. I don't like that shit. I don't like it one bit. And what aim assist does as well is, you see how I'm aiming right here? When I get close to the target, my aim sensitivity slows down. I don't like that as much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these were the old settings. 8 and 6. Those were the old settings. Before I found out what these bad boys are right here, right? So look at this. If you have stick drift, you can actually get rid of that with ALCs. If you don't like your stick drift and it bothers you that much, you can get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? With these 3 settings right here, you can get rid of stick drift. Now my dead zone, I keep that minuscule, or at the smallest, right? I keep dead zone at the smallest because, what that is when your controller registers that you're moving the analog stick, right? Now you see that blue circle around that little plus sign over here, that blue circle, that's what that is. You see that? I used to keep it like that, you feel me? So I would have to move it a little more before it actually registered that I was moving it. So that's what that is, right? I have literally the smallest dead zone, meaning that when I move my right analog stick, it's going to react and register right away, fill it right away, right? This threshold is that red circle that you see right there, right? So the higher you take that, right, the smaller that red circle gets. You see it? And what that is that, you know, max input, let's say you hold your analog stick completely in one direction, right? You wouldn't have to move it as far for it to be max input now with a higher outer threshold, right? With the lower outer threshold, I have to move my analog stick as far as it possibly can go to get the max sensitivity setting. Now what that means is, right, now look at this, that's me holding it just in a complete circle, right? Complete circle. That's how fast I can go. Now if I had a higher threshold, I'm barely moving it, right? But it would register almost as, you know, like that fast if I had a higher outer threshold, right? So this response curve, I never really knew how that worked, so I didn't do too much with it, and I kept it at 10 when I first had ALCs. Shout out to my man Curly, who is actually in my stream right now. Shout out to my man Curly, a really dope dude that I know, right? I encourage everyone to go follow him on Twitch, little Curly27. The response curve is what's happening here is it's almost like dead zone, right? It's basically it's like your second dead zone, and the higher you have it, the longer it takes for your controller to respond, right? And I can't do that. Like, you don't know it, but right now you can see it, right? You see my crosshair moving a little bit. I'll show you. You see it moving a little bit. I'm actually holding my controller analog stick pretty far to the side, right? Now watch when you have such a low response curve. I'm actually going to have stick drift now. Watch this. I'm not even moving my analog stick. That's stick drift now, because it fills every single input you're giving it, right? Every single input that you're giving it, it fills everything that's going on. And I already have stick drift in general, right? I'm not moving it. You know when I'm moving it, but that's not me moving it. That's the default stick drift that my controller has from, you know, being through what it's been through, right? Man, response curve is crazy. I would actually try and play on the smallest response curve. That would be wild. I would do it, but you gotta understand that shit is so difficult. And you would probably need like a brand new, perfectly working controller for that shit to use the smallest dead zone. So it's actually doable, and I would do it, but yeah, Vaughn did break his mic. So that's what that is. And I keep that on the 8. I still have like a minuscule stick drift, right? You see it. I still have it. It's there, but the controller is not picking up as heavily on the response as it was before, right? So that's that. That's what the first 3 are, is your dead zone, outer threshold, and response curve. All of that is how your analog stick is going to respond to movement, to input. That's its response to input, right? So, you know, you figure those out and how you want the input to be, and how well you want it to respond, or how late you want it to respond, right? Now these right here, this is all your look sensitivity. That's what all of this is, right? So yaw speed is just, they call it yaw speed, but that's just horizontal, right? That's just horizontal view, left, right. That's all yaw speed is. They call it yaw speed. It took me a while to understand what the fuck was being said too, But I mean, it also gives you a description. Yaw speed, how quickly the view turns left, right, right? Then you got your pitch speed, which is vertical, up, down. These lines that you see right here, you see these lines? These lines are recommendations for what the creators of Apex think that a controller player should run if they were to use AOCs. That's what these are. So, yeah. Me, I like max sensitivity on this because I like to look around fast. I don't want to, you know, be in a situation where a dude pulls up on me as I'm shooting at somebody else. I get shot from behind, and you feel me? I'm snell. It doesn't feel like it, but shit, it is, right? I can't do it. And the turn around and aim is just so crazy, right? My aim is faster than my fucking yaw speed right now, so that's so funny. But I don't like it. I can't do it. It's just something about speed that I like. I like having speed, right? Now, with these extra yaw and extra pitch, right? That is how quickly you would turn when you're holding your analog stick as far as you can possibly hold it, right? It's going to turn around as fast as possible as in your input. You feel me? So input maximum, you're turning faster than you would without using it that much. But it's also crazy because with these right here, if you put all of these at the bottom, your controller is going to turn as fast, like it's going to be fast as fucking shit. It's really fucking insane. So that's what these are. These are those. All of these three, and then these bottom two, top three and the bottom two of both of these categories, top three and the bottom two of both of these categories are basically just all input settings, like how, no, I'll call it response input settings, input response settings, right? Is your controller going to react? How quickly your controller is going to react. The higher you have this, the slower your controller is going to react, right? The lower you have it, the quicker your controller is going to react. So the lower you have it, you don't have to move the analog stick as much. You know what I'm saying? Now, ADS, I keep left, right, 400, right? That's 500. That's 400. 500, 400. 500, 400, right? 500, no, 500, 320. 500, 320, right? 500, 320. That's what those are. Now, I'll be honest, this right here, I want to talk about this a lot. As a controller player, I just told you I don't like aim assist. I don't. It's built into the game though, right? Without using AOCs, the aim assist is built into the game. If you're playing with this off, you have a default aim assist that you can't get rid of unless you decide to turn these on, right? Now, this is what AOC aim assist looks like. I'm not even moving my analog stick, right? To me, that's kind of cheating. I don't like that. It's kind of cheating. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of cheating because a lot of people don't understand how much that is, like, you know, helping them. It's really, really fucking crazy. If I were, like, you know, you'd have to feel it and see it for yourself. It's really fucking crazy. I don't like it. It's almost as if you're not playing sometimes, right? You get in one of these situations, right? And this is why I also had to learn how to play with the controls that I have, right? Because crouch spammers, there are I wouldn't say a select few, there's a lot of people who crouch spam in Apex, right? So button puncher is what I used to play on, right? Now I don't play on button puncher that much anymore.
Let's go here, mates.
Damn, look at me, I tried to fucking jump and slide. Now I don't play on button puncher anymore because with this, you're sacrificing your aiming when you're trying to do this, right? when you're trying to do this in front of someone, that's what you're sacrificing, is your aiming, right? Now, granted, because I have two paddles on my
Not
controller.
ducking and diving, just looking for something good here.
Granted, because I had two paddles on my controller, I did play on button puncher for a very long time, and one of the binds to one of my paddles was the jump button. It was X. So I didn't have to move my thumb off the analog stick to jump, right? That's why you can't see me do it now, because I don't have that. I don't use that same bind anymore. I play totally different now. But yeah, so when you're in these situations and people are doing this, what controller players don't know is that they're being assisted really heavily, about 60% help, right? I'm not moving my analog stick in any direction, but the aim is stuck on him and it's following him. I don't think that's cool. I don't really like that. So what I did when I did get into ALCs and shit, and I was trying to get in, you know, trying to get really good on this shit, I did turn target compensation off for a very long time. Now you see when I move left to right, it's not following it anymore, right? That's what no aim assist looks like.
Let's go here, mates.
And controlling recoil without aim assist is a lot more difficult than most people think. It's far more difficult, right? Now I'm saying this because I want everyone to be good at Apex. I want everyone to feel what it feels like to be good at Apex, right? I would love for everyone to feel that, bro. It's really, you know, it's cool. You get to have fun and shit, right? So, the reason why I say I trained without aim is I would play in PC lobby sometimes, right? With a few people, you know. You meet some PC people across the internet and you play with them, right? They want to play Apex, but you know, your console, you can still play together because it's crossplay. But when you get into the PC lobby, bro, it's totally different fucking ball game, right? So what I did is I would play PC with them people, right? And whenever I did get that chance to play with them, I would turn aim assist off. And until I was able to break 100 damage without aim assist, or one clip with someone without aim assist, I didn't turn it back on. Until I was able to get 2 kills, 3 kills without aim assist, I did not turn it back on, right? Because I want to be able to shoot without being assisted. I don't want to be assisted. Because when you're being assisted, like I said, you'll have, let's say I'm aiming at him, his teammate runs by, and now, oh my god, I just followed his fucking teammate instead of him. The aim decided to track the person that ran by and not the person that I'm wanting to shoot, right? I didn't like that shit. Not at all. I did not. So I had to find a way around it. Now, if you want a minimal amount of aim assist, you could use the PC value. That's what this is right here, right? You have default, which is controller, right? And you don't know this, but default, so look, let's say aimbot is a 1.0 aim assist, right? We'll call it 100%. Aimbot is 100% aim assist. It's going to lock onto the target. That's what aimbot is. Guess what the percentage is for a default aim assist in these video games? It's a 0.6. That's 60%, right? I bet a lot of people didn't fucking know that. A lot of people don't know that. 60%. You're being helped. You're being assisted 60% of the way, right? So even if you had, let's say, 40% accuracy, that 60% help would give you almost perfect accuracy, almost. So even a bottom tier. Oh my god. Vaughn, did you feel that? Am I tripping, bro? You lagging? I'm lagging. So yeah, man, with default settings, oh, I just lagged, that was crazy. With default settings, bro, you're being assisted 60% of the way, right? 60% of the way. So if you were, let's say you did, it's not really accurate to use this challenge right here. This is the scout challenge, right? Scout of action. And you gotta shoot like that, right? But the difference with that challenge is that all of them are red except for the ones that are blue. So you're gonna have to shoot the ones that are blue, and it randomizes each one with each blue one that you shoot, right? So it's helping with, I guess you could say, your snap aiming and your flicking and tracking. That's what that is, right? It's not a good challenge to use in reference to this because it's not something like a 301. A lot of people don't use the G7, and well, they do, but it's still not something to use right now. What I'm saying is, when you're shooting a fully automatic weapon, something like this, where the recoil is really fucking crazy, and it's something you gotta control, that aim assist is helping. It's helping a lot, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know you're going to need it, especially if you've ever played in a PC lobby and you've seen someone fucking tap strafe. Like I've played in the PC lobby, right? And this fucking Wraith came up a zip line, right? She came up the fucking zip line. So let's say I'm standing right here.
Mix, check out this
She
way.
came up the zip line on me, went this way, like speed boosted back to the zip line in a slide in a really fucking fast motion, right? Jumped off the zip, took the zip back, then tapped straight side to side on me, right? It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. I saw it in real time for the first time, like in a lobby. Like I've seen PC players do it, but I saw it in first time in my fucking face, trying to shoot the target. Shit was fucking insane, right? And I didn't kill her, even with the aim assist. Now imagine that, right? So it's like when you're shooting. Now imagine, you got all that movement. That's why aim assist is in here, and it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something to feel bad about. I understand why it's in here, because not even just PC players, on console, you come across a fucking Octane or a Bangalore who got double time and they're moving fast as outdoors, or Mad Maggie with her shotgun speed boost. You feel me? They're fast moving targets, and so you're gonna need that aim assist sometimes until you master the shit, right? But yeah, so that's what aim assist does. Now the value for a PC aim assist, if I'm not mistaken, is either 0.4 or 0.2, somewhere between 0.2 and 0.4. So you're getting about a 20% or 40% assist. And I played on PC value with my ALCs for longer than I did with default, right? I also even played without them. Like I said, I've played in console lobbies without aim assist. I played in PC lobbies without it, and I can say I can one-click someone with a gun without aim assist. I can do it. I've done it. It's hard. It's difficult. Easier on a standstill target, but hard killing people without aim assist. It's really hard, right? So ultimately, to close this out, what I want to get to you guys is, you want to be top tier with the shooting, you feel me? You gotta find a setting. You find that right setting that works for you, bro. Right? I do encourage high speeds, and I only encourage high speeds because it's a fucking fast-paced game. Like, so fucking fast, bro. Imagine you got an Octane that just jumped over you. You feel me? Now you tracking him. But then at the same time, Horizon just queued up over there, you feel me, and Octane's over here. You want to turn around, you shooting, is like, you don't want to be moving slow. It's not fucking fun. You become an easy target. It's not cool, not at all. Don't fucking like it, right? And then I also do encourage people to try and play with this off. It's hard, and you will be like, what the fuck? But don't let it get to you, because you're challenging yourself. Don't get mad at it. Don't get mad about it. You are challenging yourself. You're trying to get better, right? Because a lot of us console players are not as good as we think, or as good as we thought. Granted, we are good because we're only using our thumbs to do a lot of the shit that we're doing, right? With movement and aiming, we're only using our thumbs to do a lot of shit that we're doing. So there is a lot of pride that we should take in that. But at the same time, with the assist that we're given, we're being helped more than we think, more than we know, right? So there's that. I encourage, if you do go into AOCs, you feel me, this is what I do here. It's really fast. It's hard to get used to, right? And I encourage people to play the target compensation off, just for a streak of a game, until you can get top 5, maybe 2-3 kills, maybe break 300 damage, right? So like more than 300 damage type stuff. Until you can do that without aim assist, you feel me? Don't try and play with it on, right? And if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you like what you're doing, what you got going on, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And remember, this is always customizable to how you like it, to how you want to play. It is, right? So there's that. And that's what I do. We're going to close this on that. And it is your boy Natural. The Ghost, Nachuada, whatever you want to say. Like and follow. And I'll be back with more. Whatever you need. Tips. I don't know. I'm not that good. I consider myself pretty good, right? I don't even have to follow him to be talking like this. But me, myself, I consider myself pretty good. I've studied the game since as long as it's been out. For the past 4 years. This game is really exciting. To me, it's one of the best games in the world. Fast-paced, battle royale. I think it's the best battle royale in the world, honestly, in my honest opinion, right? Now, even when you do master these things, you will not kill everybody. You are human. You will make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. And if you're perfect, you're probably fucking cheating. You feel me? If you are perfect, you are more than likely cheating. And more tips on aiming. Standing still is not going to give you full accuracy. Sometimes moving side to side gives you full accuracy as well. And the reason I say that, I don't know if you've watched a lot of my gameplay. Sometimes I don't even move my aim. I walk into my target, because if I move my aim, sometimes I can fuck up and move it too far. You know, there's that can happen, right? It can happen because my sensitivity is high as fuck. So, you know, the smallest movement can cause it to move really far and shit. The smallest movement can make me jerk that way, right? It's the settings that I play on are for a really controlled and disciplined person, honestly. I'll be honest with you. It's not easy. And yeah, there's that, guys. Another thing, when you like I said, I don't like with the P2020. I don't like moving my aim a lot because it's hard to aim with it, right? I can do it, obviously. I mean, I've been doing this. I've been doing it. That's why I can do it very well. But sometimes, depending on if it's like, it's a standstill target, so of course I can move it and get my aim to them. But when there's a target that's running by and stuff with a P2020, it's hard tracking them with what I got. So what I do is I move as I'm doing it and track sometimes if I have to, right? You'll get used to it when you get used to it. But yeah, that's that. I'm your boy Natural, Ghost Natural, Nachuada, however you want to say it. Nachuada just means natural in Japanese. I really love the Japanese culture, if you haven't noticed. But yeah, there's that. My ALC setting video. Like and follow, man. Like and fucking follow. Now let's do this shit. Another thing, people. When you come into the firing range, another thing I encourage, don't use attachments. Try and one-clip these targets from distances that you never even tried to shoot someone in-game in, because this is what you want to get good at. You want to be able to do at least 100 damage to this person right here in one full trigger pull, right? That's what you want to be that good. People are always like, oh my god, how is this such and such, right? Like, let me say, How, for example, because I know he's really well respected in the Apex community. I've never really watched him. I'll say Soltech. A lot of people, I'll say Soltech because that's someone I've actually really fucking watched, and I've seen him fucking do it my damn self, right? Dude can laser you from over, like, that target is
There's an enemy.
47 meters away. That's
Enemy
not far
here.
enough. That's not
Up
far
close
enough.
and in my
honestly.
freaking
Like,
face.
with it 3 times, I've seen the dude do it. This is why I say don't use attachments though, so that when you do get your attachments, it becomes even fucking easier, right? It becomes way fucking easier. This stock right here gives you fast handling, aim drift reduction, and reload time. That's what the stock does. Level 1 stock reduces aim, and it does the same thing, right? But it's on a smaller scale. Level 2, you understand levels. So with the purple, you get the highest handling, the largest aim reduction, and fastest reload time, right? Now watch this. I mean, but damn, I'm so goddamn good, it doesn't even make a difference. Like, it almost doesn't make a difference. So ultimately, bro, what the stock does, you almost don't have to move your analog stick sometimes. It's really weird. It minimizes aim reduction. Not aim reduction, the drift that you might encounter when aiming from recoil and stuff like that, right? And here we are with a barrel stabilizer. My man Curly, what's up, dog? With the barrel stabilizer, that just reduces recoil, right? So watch this. When I tell you I've studied this game, I'm not going to move my analog stick. I'm just going to pull the trigger and let the gun shoot. That's the recoil pattern you're going to get from a 301 with the purple barrel stabilizer. That's what no, I was too close because I was back here when I first did it. That's what you're going to get from a 301 without a purple barrel stabilizer, right? See that? So yeah, that's what happens. When you come into the firing range and you want to practice with your homies, whatever you're doing, I encourage you to not use attachments. So you know, like, and the reason why I say that is, it's not to be the best aimer, no. It's because when you get into a fucking battle royale, right? People come into in the firing range and they're like, oh, let's go practice, right? And then they fucking fully equip a 301. Purple barrel, 2 times, fucking a gold mag and a fucking purple stock. You're not going to find that when you first drop in your Apex game. You're not going to find all of those. And if you do, you're lucky, right? But it's a battle royale. The loot spawns, however, it spawns randomly. You're not going to find all of that, bro. So you got to practice shooting these guns and one clipping without attachments. So that when you drop, you're not sitting there scrambling, looking for the gun that you want, the gun you feel most comfortable with. You got to practice with all of these, bro. You feel me? You got to do it with all of them. I don't like the car. I don't use it. But I use the car in the firing range more than any other gun. Why? So that if I drop in a match and I somehow, by the unluck of God, get a car and I don't like it, I still know how to use it, right?
I'm out
See,
of heavy
I don't like
ammo.
this gun. I don't like it at all. It's weird. Yeah, man. You gotta practice with all these weapons. Do them without attachments. So you can get used to what it's like to shoot it without an attachment. Then when you get your attachments, you're a god. You're a fucking god. That's all that is about, man. GG's, my brothers. Peace be with you. And I hope that if you're trying to rank up in this game, and you're trying to get to high rank, that you do it. A lot of us are on the same path, man. A lot of us are. So there's that. Peace, my brothers.